5 numbers predict your lifespan. Scientists found the exact markers that reveal how long you'll live. Most people over 50 only track one. Here's something remarkable. Researchers at major universities spent decades following thousands of adults, and they discovered that just 5 specific measurements can predict your health trajectory with stunning accuracy. But here's what most people don't realize. Your doctor probably checks your blood pressure, and maybe your cholesterol during annual visits. That's only 2 of the 5. The other 3 markers are just as powerful for predicting longevity, yet they're rarely discussed in standard checkups. Think about that for a second. 3 critical numbers that could reveal your biological age and future health are sitting there waiting to be measured, and most people have never even heard of them. What are these 5 markers, and why do they matter so much after 50? The answer involves how your body ages on a cellular level, and the exciting news is that every single one of these markers can be improved through lifestyle changes. But first, let me show you why this research changes everything we thought about predicting health span. Let's start with the first marker that everyone knows, but few truly understand. Blood pressure. Now you might think you've got this one covered, but here's where it gets interesting. The research shows that standard targets aren't optimal for longevity. People who maintain blood pressure closer to 115/75 rather than the commonly accepted 120/80 show significantly better outcomes in long-term studies. And the best part is this. Blood pressure responds beautifully to lifestyle intervention. Walking just 30 minutes daily can reduce systolic pressure by 5 to 10 points. Reducing sodium while increasing potassium-rich foods like bananas, leafy greens, and sweet potatoes creates measurable improvements within weeks. But here's what researchers found particularly fascinating. Blood pressure doesn't exist in isolation. It connects directly to our second marker in ways that amplify both their effects on your longevity. If this is making sense so far, drop a like because we're just getting started with the most important information. The second marker involves something called metabolic health, and it reveals more about your biological age than almost anything else. Metabolic health involves how efficiently your body processes energy, and the key measurement is fasting glucose combined with something called hemoglobin A1C. But what science shows next will inspire you? Even if your fasting glucose appears normal in the standard range, your A1C tells a deeper story. It reveals your average blood sugar over 3 months, essentially showing how your body handles food around the clock. The optimal A1C for longevity sits below 5.4%. Yet many people walking around feeling perfectly healthy have levels creeping toward 6% without realizing their cells are aging faster. Now here's the thing. Metabolic health improves dramatically with simple timing strategies. Research shows that eating within a 10-hour window each day and avoiding food 3 hours before sleep can lower A1C by 0.5 percentage point. That might sound small, but it translates to years of reduced cellular aging. The connection between metabolic health and our third marker is where this gets really powerful. Inflammation. This invisible process happening inside your body right now might be the single most important factor in how quickly you age. And the test that measures it costs almost nothing. The third marker is chronic inflammation, measured through a simple blood test called C-reactive protein, or CRP. This is where most people have never even looked at their numbers. Low-grade inflammation acts like a slow fire burning inside your body, accelerating every aspect of it, aging from your arteries to your brain. The optimal CRP level sits below 1 milligram per liter. But there's an even better benefit to tracking this marker. It responds faster to lifestyle changes than almost any other measurement. Within just 2 weeks of dietary changes, you can see CRP levels drop. The anti-inflammatory lifestyle isn't complicated. Fatty fish like salmon 2 to 3 times weekly. Colorful berries and leafy greens daily. Extra virgin olive oil as your primary fat. Regular movement, even just walking. These simple additions create measurable reductions in inflammatory markers. Let me put this in perspective. One major study found that people with CRP levels above 3 had double the risk of cardiovascular events compared to those below 1. That's the difference between optimal and elevated inflammation. But we're only at marker 3. The fourth marker surprised researchers because it predicts longevity better than many traditional measurements. But here's where it gets really interesting. The fourth marker is grip strength. Yes, you heard that correctly. How hard you can squeeze predicts your lifespan with remarkable accuracy. Now I know that might sound surprising, but the research is overwhelming. Multiple large-scale studies involving hundreds of thousands of participants found that grip strength outperforms cholesterol, blood pressure, and even BMI as a predictor of all-cause mortality. The real secret to longevity is maintaining your muscle, and grip strength serves as a window into your overall muscular system. For men over 50, optimal grip strength measures above 40 kilograms. For women above 25 kilograms. A simple handheld dynamometer available for around $20 gives you this measurement at home. Why does grip strength matter so much? Because muscle tissue is metabolically active. It helps regulate blood sugar, reduces inflammation, and protects your bones and joints. Every decade after 50 without strength training, you lose 3 to 5% of muscle mass. But this is the empowering part. Resistance training, even starting at 70 or 80, rebuilds muscle effectively. If you want to add years to your life, hit that subscribe button, because what comes next is the fifth marker, and it ties everything together in a way that makes taking action simple. The fifth marker brings everything full circle. Body composition, specifically your waist to hip ratio. This measurement captures something that weight alone cannot tell you. Where you carry your fat determines its danger level. And this is how you can start today. Simply measure your waist at the narrowest point and your hips at the widest. Divide waist by hips. For optimal longevity, men should aim for below 0.9 and women below 0.8. Why does this matter more than BMI? Visceral fat, the kind stored around your organs, is metabolically active in dangerous ways. It produces inflammatory compounds that affect every other marker we've discussed. High visceral fat raises blood pressure, worsens metabolic health, increases inflammation, and accelerates muscle loss. See how these 5 markers connect? They're not separate silos, but an interconnected system. Improving one helps the others. What would you prioritize if you knew these 5 numbers determined your health span? Here's the remarkable finding. People who optimize all 5 markers don't just live longer, they live better with more energy, independence, and vitality in their later decades. But wait, there's more good news coming. What happens next is remarkable. The research shows that a single lifestyle pattern optimizes all 5 markers simultaneously. The Mediterranean lifestyle combined with regular movement and adequate sleep creates improvements across every measurement. Blood pressure drops. Metabolic health improves. Inflammation decreases. Muscle maintains. And body composition shifts toward healthier ratios. One study following adults who adopted this pattern found that their biological age measured through these markers reversed by an average of 3 years within just 6 months. 3 years younger in 6 months. Not through expensive treatments or complicated protocols, but through consistent daily choices. Here's your action plan. First, get baseline measurements of all 5 markers. Ask your doctor about fasting glucose, A1C, and CRP at your next visit. Purchase an inexpensive grip dynamometer and blood pressure monitor for home use. Measure your waist to hip ratio today. Second, focus on the Mediterranean eating pattern, emphasizing fish, olive oil, vegetables, whole grains, and nuts. Third, add resistance training 2 to 3 times weekly, even just bodyweight exercises, or resistance bands count. Fourth, walk daily, aiming for 7 to 10,000 steps. Fifth, prioritize 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep. The science is clear. These 5 markers don't just predict longevity, they respond to your choices. Every meal, every walk, every night of good sleep moves the needle in your favor. Remember, you're not chasing perfection, you're building consistency. Small improvements compound over time, creating remarkable changes in how you feel and function. The people who thrive after 50 aren't doing anything magical. They're simply paying attention to these 5 numbers and making daily choices that support them. Blood pressure below 115/75. A1C below 5.4. CRP below 1. Grip strength above 40 for men, 25 for women. Waist to hip ratio below 0.9 for men, 0.8 for women. Write these targets down. Measure where you are today. Then focus on one marker at a time, knowing that improvements in one area naturally support the others. Your biological age is not fixed. It's a reflection of how you live. And the research proves that starting at any age makes a meaningful difference. The best time to optimize these markers was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. Now you understand why these 5 markers matter more than any single number your doctor might mention. Blood pressure, metabolic health, inflammation, grip strength, and body composition together paint the complete picture of your longevity potential. The tightly managed health markers that predict how long you'll live are now in your hands. You have the knowledge and the power to influence every single one. But knowing isn't enough. Action creates transformation. This week, choose one marker to focus on first. Maybe it's scheduling that blood test, or buying a grip strength tester, or simply starting daily walks. Whatever you choose, remember that your best years aren't behind you. They're being built right now through every choice you make. The science of longevity has never been clearer, and the tools have never been more accessible. Subscribe to this channel for more science-backed longevity insights designed specifically for thriving after 50. And tell me in the comments which of these 5 markers will you focus on first? Your journey to a longer, healthier life starts with that single decision. Your best years are still ahead. Subscribe for science-backed longevity tips designed specifically for thriving after 50 because your best years are still ahead. Which of these 5 markers surprised you most? Drop it in the comments, and let's talk about your longevity journey together.